Welcome to Sustainable Packaging with Corey Connors. Today's guests are from the Alternative Packaging Solutions Company, and I'm going to have them introduce themselves. Brad, if you go first.
Sure. Hey, Corey. I'm Brad Barron. I'm the Chief Innovation Officer at Alternative Packaging Solutions.
Great to meet you, Brad.
Good to be
Dennis.
here.
Hi, Corey. My name is Dennis Ossipov Grodsky. I'm Chief Marketing Officer of APS.
Wonderful. And Dennis, let's start with your background. It doesn't sound like you have an American accent.
No, I'm not. So originally I'm from Ukraine. I started my business career in Ukraine as an entrepreneur.
Wonderful.
Then came to the US, worked for Procter & Gamble for many years on such iconic brands as Tide and Ariel.
Wow.
And then spent several years working with Gary Vaynerchuk,
Yeah.
who you might know. And
Really?
yes, and for the last 3 years, Brad and I, we've been running APS.
Wonderful. Gary Vaynerchuk is the reason I have a podcast. Seriously.
Really?
Yeah.
Many people exactly were inspired by him, and many people went into business because of him.
Incredible. If you see him again, please send him that message from me. Thank you. He
Absolutely.
changed my life in a big way. I started making TikToks, and then this all of a sudden here we are today.
Exactly.
Which
It's
is
a
incredible.
circular economy.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, Brad, how about your background?
Yeah. So I spent my specialty has always been packaging development, and I spent most of my career at Procter & Gamble. I was there for 25 years. I was leading packaging for Tide, Febreze, other brands like that, different
Wow.
assignments all around the world. And when I retired from P&G, I was leading sustainability for the corporation for packaging.
Okay.
So the last thing I did, which I was proud of before I retired, was set the 2020 to 2030 sustainability goals and
Oh,
get
wow.
those across the finish line. And when I retired, I wanted to continue in that vein. So I joined APS because of the potential we have here, and I'm pretty excited about it.
Well, congratulations, first of all,
Thank you.
on your award. This
Thank
is
you.
so we're here to announce for the very first time that you are one of 4 winners for the U.S. Plastics Pact Sustainable Packaging Innovation Awards. And we're not even supposed to be talking about this yet, but it'll technically be announced tomorrow.
Yep.
But we're recording this in advance. So let's talk about that experience a little bit. First of all, let's talk about this product,
Right.
and then we'll talk about how you entered it and what it feels like to win, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
you wanted to explain how it works? This
Sure.
is and let's explain it like they're not watching.
Of
So-
course.
Because a lot of podcasts are just listeners,
Right.
you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So our product, what we've developed is a way for a consumer to have an aerosol type experience
Yeah.
without any propellant, pressurization, or anything. at
No
all like that.
chemicals.
No chemicals at all,
Amazing.
just the pure product. What we have, it's a purely mechanical system.
Hmm.
And the magic is all in the spray head.
Okay.
So the way it works, the consumer just takes the pack, they twist the top like they're screwing it on, and now you can spray.
Oh,
And you can spray upside down, in
Wow.
bursts for a long time.
incredible. So it looks like a normal plastic bottle, high density polyethylene or PET or
Well, so the magic's in the spray head. So
Right.
the bottle itself is fully recyclable, could be beach plastic, could
Yeah.
be glass, could be PET, could be HDPE,
incredible.
really whatever the brands want. So,
Wow.
well, thank you. Yeah, we think
Talk
it's
about potential, right?
yeah, we think it's pretty exciting for the
Yeah,
brands.
I do
And
too.
this is incredible, but the reaction that you had, Corey, just now, this is exactly what we've been hearing in the by meeting people here.
Yeah.
The same wow every time you show it.
It's chemical free, it's reusable, it's all the things that we want.
Right. And the reason that we were nominated for this award, and one of the big reasons why we got this award, is it's ultra sustainable,
Mm,
90% less CO2 footprint versus
Wow.
traditional aerosols. And that's via some external universities. Leeds University had verified that with us.
wow.
And it opens the door to refill.
Yeah.
Because one of the problems with aerosols is that they're pressurized.
Right.
So by default, they have to be tightly sealed up so that they're safe, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Because we never pressurize, you can have refills with all the benefits, both sustainability and value for the
Excellent.
consumer.
Well, I spent all morning at a reusable packaging talk for 3 hours. They were talking about all the different ways we can use reusables. And this will fit right in with the
Mhm.
mantras and the concepts. Do you have a first product in mind for this, or is that something we can speak to yet?
Yeah, so what we're doing, we're working right now with leaders, top CPG companies across variety of categories.
Mhm.
And this product is fantastic for disinfecting category, for surface care, for hair treatment, for deodorants, you name it, right? So, and that's why the way we're looking at this technology is it's not just yet another aerosol. It's the technology that will change aerosol category for good, meaning for good in terms of sustainability, in terms of consumer experience, but also hopefully forever, because we will not need to deal any longer with pressurized scuba tanks
Right.
on shelf and with filled with sometimes harmful benzene that powers many of those aerosols. So that's what we're trying to do.
I keep thinking about the 1980s and the hairspray and the ozone and
Yeah.
all these things, and this solves that issue. And
Well,
done.
you know, the interesting thing about aerosols is they've been around for a long time. There hasn't been a lot of step change innovation. There's
Mhm.
been a lot of incremental innovation that's made them slightly better. This is, to me, it's an example of lateral thinking, where you say, having that experience doesn't need to be sidestepped.
Right.
And importantly, the way we've designed this, we developed this with a manufacturing partner, Lindall, the Lindall Group,
Oh, yeah.
who's a major aerosol supplier.
Yes.
And we developed it with them because we're intending this to be sold and used worldwide in hundreds of millions and billions of units.
Yes.
This is not some specialty thing just
Right.
for,
Yeah.
you know, sell 100 a year in boutique shops.
Right. Right.
We think this is going to take over a lot of the market.
Well, I got to meet some of them in Paris,
Okay.
Paris Packaging Week.
Mhm.
I highly recommend, if you're not thinking about it, go in January.
I was a speaker there.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Needs,
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
I was a
Yes.
speaker there talking about Twist Mist. And we were at the
Oh,
Lindall
amazing.
booth with their CEO and the rest of the company.
Incredible.
Right.
Yeah.
Incredible. I did these podcasts live at Paris
Mhm.
Packaging Week. So did you enter the awards there or anything like that?
We entered the awards there. We
Okay.
weren't selected there.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, let's
Win some,
focus
you lose some.
let's focus on this one. We won the US Plastics Pact, and congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that's so cool. It's such a small world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it is. It was a big show. Not surprised we didn't run into each other.
Yeah, and I was hidden away in a little booth doing this.
We
Exactly.
meant to meet here.
Yes, yes.
So
I
and
agree.
We meant to meet Lindell Partners because they did a fantastic job
Yeah.
partnering with us, and frankly, designing, helping us bring this technology to life. And Brad did incredible job working with that team, making sure that this product is ready for launch.
Wow.
So, and maybe Brad, if you can talk about the way we bring this technology to
Yeah.
this stage, we bring this
Yeah.
technology too, that would be fantastic.
And this is kind of the mission of our company. We're not a manufacturer.
Mm.
We exist to de-risk technologies for
Oh,
brands.
I like that.
So when Dennis and I were at P&G, we were deciding, major launches, for Tide, for other brands. We'd see new technologies, and Dennis on the commercial side, myself on the technical, would say, will it really work?
Yeah.
Will it be affordable?
Let's try
Will
this.
consumers like it? And some of those exciting ideas, I didn't invest resources in.
Yeah.
Because you have to make choices at
Right.
the end of the day.
Right.
So what we've done is systematically, with the same rigor as I used to do when I do a launch for Tide,
Mhm.
to iron out all of those questions.
Mhm.
Dennis has been working on the commercial side, on the consumer side. Will people understand it?
Yes.
Will it be affordable for a brand's business model? Can it help grow their margins to create suction?
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, we believe what we have here is a system that, one, incredibly sustainable,
Yes.
but importantly, will delight the consumer about their basic product.
Yeah.
And also the brand's ability to express itself. So really everybody wins.
Amazing.
And I think both of us, we've been trained in the P&G approach to marketing, and we always place consumer in the center of this universe. So
Right.
when we started with this technology, we asked ourselves, will consumer see the change? Will we improve life of the consumer?
Mhm.
And with this technology, the answer is absolutely yes. So we looked at the all core benefits for the categories that we're dealing with. And in each one of them, we can significantly improve the end benefit that consumer gets from that specific category. Everything else is a fantastic add-on: sustainability, cost, design, but consumer is in the center of this universe.
It looks like it's a very intuitive design. There's a giant arrow that shows which way it goes on and how to do it. Have you tested this with people with maybe disabilities, or they call it otherly abled? Is it easier to use than the traditional aerosols?
So you have to give traditional aerosols credit where they're due.
Yeah.
You just push the button and they spray.
Right.
Okay. And
Yeah.
for this one, there is a twisting motion.
Mm-hmm.
We have tested with a wide range of people, from elderly to young, to male, female, different ethnicities. And we've seen universally, people don't have a hard time adopting the new habit.
Good.
However, we also do have to recognize that it is a new habit.
Sure.
Right. And there are some differences there that people will have to adopt. But from the consumer work that we've done, for the vast majority of consumers,
Mm-hmm.
they try it, they get it, no problem at all.
It's an education issue.
Yes.
And it's a adoption issue. And once they adopt it, once they figure it out, they won't want to go back.
Mhm.
And that's kind of seems to be the mantra of this show.
Yeah.
Is this is different. We're asking people to do different things, to try something new, to bring their water bottle, to bring a mug to the coffee shop instead of that single-use cup. And this is the same. It's reuse.
And that's why you're absolutely right, Corey. And that's why when Brad and I, we work on this technology, and we went through several iterations, design iterations, and we're thinking from user experience. Will it be easy to twist? Will it be intuitive? From marketing communication standpoint, when people see this product and take it in their hands, will they easily understand how to twist it? Because indeed, it's a habit change. And we've done a lot of work, and right now we have very high confidence that it's exceptionally intuitive, and we're looking forward to see it in the market.
I think one of the reasons I believe this habit change will be successful is when I do consumer research, I hear consumers unprompted telling me why they like it better.
Mm-hmm.
So they've said back to me, "Oh, this is refillable. I can get a better value. I can save some dollars here."
Right.
They've said, "Oh, it doesn't just go off at the touch of a button. You have to twist it first. My kid's not going to run around the house spraying the walls with sunscreen or something like that."
Yeah.
So it does seem to be kitchen logic,
Mhm.
and that's something that we always strive for, not something that there's some complicated scientific explanation for why it's better.
Yeah.
It's something you look at it, you say, "Oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I understand why this is good for me."
Yeah. The future of sustainable packaging is very bright. And I think things like this are what are so exciting, because what I'm looking at for those listening are two versions, one with the aerosol lid and one without. And what I see is you buy that once and then you buy that in perpetuity, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or
Got it exactly
or
right.
whatever
Or you buy a
refill.
3-pack
Yeah.
at the club store or something like this. Yeah.
Absolutely.
What a huge cost savings, what a huge just improvement on the sustainability. You're not having to ship the aerosol lid every time. Well done.
Yeah. Thank you.
Exciting.
And another absolutely incredible benefit from commercial standpoint.
Yeah.
my marketing self is
Right.
really delighted to see that is that this is first time ever brands will be able to customize their aerosols.
Oh, wow.
Because traditionally it's as Brad likes to say, it's a pressurized scuba tank
Right.
that you cannot do anything from design standpoint with.
Hmm.
And this is the first time when we have a 5-point customization system.
Okay.
So as a brand, because there is no pressure in the bottle, you can, as we discussed, you can make this bottle look like anything. It can
Wow.
be square, it can be round, it can have wings, anything. And you can customize the ring, you can customize the shroud, the button, and the insert. So you can modify all of those 5 elements and create absolutely unique first moment of truth, as we love calling it in P&G.
I like that. Yeah.
And make sure that it's a distinct product on shelf that brings the language of the brand to life.
Fascinating. And like you mentioned, it doesn't have to be a plastic bottle. It can be glass, it can be aluminum.
Exactly.
Incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. It really opens up degrees of freedom to design the right offering.
Mhm.
We're pretty proud of it. So
You should be.
the last enabler that I will call out that's important, we talked about, the product performance and sustainability and brand expression. The last one is we've done a lot of cost modeling.
Mhm.
It's the same cost as today's systems
Oh, wow.
because you're spending a little more on the packaging,
Mhm.
but you're not buying propellant. You're
Yeah.
not shipping around pressurized containers. You're not dealing with that manufacturing. So
Wow.
for brands, it's really about taking that first step forward,
Right.
not having to solve a cost challenge or a consumer challenge. I mean,
Yeah.
this is not something that you charge 50% more and only sell it to green consumers.
Yeah,
This
right.
is something that you're going to see everywhere.
What an excellent point. To be cost neutral is incredible and potentially even a cost savings.
Well, and when you introduce the refills, it's a savings. The
Yeah.
cost neutral is when people start, it's just going to be this one unit, right?
Fascinating.
So, and that's kind of the core that Dennis and I have worked on here is I've been doing sustainability a long time. Okay. And people won't pay extra for sustainability.
Right.
They won't do so. We heard in one of this morning's sessions, people don't want to do something inconvenient.
Mhm.
It has to be a win for everybody.
Yep.
Okay. And that's why here, we looked at the stakeholders. It's the consumer, the planet,
Right.
supply chain, marketing,
Yep.
and try to make it a win for all those different parties. And it is.
Very exciting. I'm fascinated to learn what products will be out first. Do you have is there a leader out there that you can announce? Somebody that's taken the leap?
There are leaders out there, but we
Okay.
can't announce
We
them.
can't
Okay.
but they, yes,
Yeah.
Stay tuned, right?
Yeah.
companies that you definitely know and many people around the globe
Yeah.
know,
Yes.
but we cannot of course announce.
Sure, sure.
Another interesting element is that, as we've seen during COVID, when e-commerce skyrocketed, this
Mhm.
is the first aerosol that is not hazmat
Oh,
because it's not pressurized. You can ship it
Yeah.
as a regular bottle with
Yeah.
liquid.
Until the
Incredible.
consumer twists it, it's a bottle.
and it won't. Well, it will not propel.
Nope.
Yeah, well, we designed it so that the top
Yeah.
is protected by the shroud. So, so it can't accidentally be actuated. And on top of that, so if you haven't twisted it, you push the button, nothing happens.
It's just, you've
Yeah,
solved that
when it
problem.
comes to the factory.
And I have to give massive credit to Brad and his insane technical experience because this product Twistness looked very differently 2 years ago.
I bet.
And because Brad always thinks reverse engineers from the,
Mhm.
hey, can we even produce it? Because again, he launched many products. We made the significant modifications to this design to make sure that it's very easy to assemble this product on the automated line.
Mm.
And the addition of this little ring all of a sudden made it possible to
Mm.
screw this twist mist unit on top of the bottle easily and
Right.
safely. So that's back to the de-risking model.
Yeah.
Every time we meet with technical or commercial partners and they start shooting all of those questions, like, did you think about this?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, Dennis and I have had a lot of successes in our career. We've also made a lot of mistakes.
Yep.
And we've rolled all that experience into this.
That's how you learn, right? You learn,
Exactly.
and
You
that's-
don't learn by doing everything perfect. But this one, everything we know is rolled into this design.
Well, this is really exciting. I'd like to take a little bit of a detour and,
Yeah.
and get your thoughts on your first day at Circularity 23. How was it?
I found it really interesting. I was in the session this morning. We were talking about the shift to reusable cups
Yeah.
and so forth. I don't know if you were in
Yeah,
in
the
that
R cup.
session.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
R cup.
Yeah.
And what I found interesting there was people's tangible experience about how trying to drive recycling
Mhm.
to where it needs to be turned out to be harder than driving reuse.
Yeah,
The comments about concert venues and so forth.
I was very surprised by that.
Recycling's hard,
Yeah.
and we all know there's a difference between recyclable and recycled in
Mhm.
practice. So it actually gave me a lot of hope.
Yeah.
And again, it's kind of the lateral thinking, you know, so here we said, let's do an aerosol without pressure.
Yeah.
There they said, you know what, let's not worry about recycling. Let's actually use more material.
Yeah.
Let's make it durable
Make it better.
and let's just use it again and again. So,
I was very surprised by that.
Yeah.
But I think you're exactly right. Sometimes you have to take a step back and say, wait, we're banging our heads against the wall here. Let's try something different.
Yeah.
And it was the CEO of our cup. I don't remember his name. I'm sorry. But yeah, he said concert venues, they don't like to recycle. They just, as they leave, they throw it in the bin. But if we had a giant yellow box that said cups only, maybe we'd be successful here. And it's exciting.
mhm.
It's all about, I mean, conveniency,
Mhm.
right? And the same way people know that aerosols are dangerous sometimes and not sustainable, that the ease of using aerosol, that's what people love.
Right.
And same here with recyclability. We all want to do that, but it's might be inconvenient. So I think right now it's all about reuse, refill, recycle,
Mhm.
and that's exactly what we're accomplishing here with Twist Mist as well.
Well, thank you both. How do we get in touch with you to order some of these for our products?
So you will see them on the shelf eventually,
Right.
but please visit twistmistaerosols.com, twistmistaerosols.com, and you will be able to see this technology, beautiful videos, how
Yeah.
this product works, the benefits. We are welcome you to
Yeah.
our website.
And I'd also say especially for people that can't see the samples in front of us,
Right.
we're well past the prototype stage.
Yeah.
So we actually have a pilot supply chain that can make thousands per month, all the scale up learning. We haven't scaled up yet,
Mhm.
but we have everything that's needed with the big brands to engage and start placing test markets, start,
Yeah.
validating with consumers. So you are going to see this soon. There is going to be some time for scale up, but it's well on its way.
Well, that's an important part of the process, right?
Yes.
And to educate the consumer and to trial it and make sure but it sounds like you're making all the right moves. So well done.
We're trying to.
Absolutely.
That's exciting. Well, thank you both. And please thank Gary Vaynerchuk if you see him again.
Absolutely correct. I will
Tell
Thank
him
you.
I'm his biggest fan and he's changed my life. So I'm honored to get to meet one of his friends.
That's good. It's a small world.
Yes, it
Small
is.
world indeed. Corey, thank you
And,
so much for having us over here.
Thank you.
This is great. Thanks.
Thank you, US Plastics Pact. Thank you, Landsberg Aurora, for sponsoring this podcast. And if you're listening, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next episode.